What is up, folks? Welcome. The Last Minute Betting with the Sports Nuts, brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. Time for your quick fix for sports betting with Bob and Mike. Going to talk a little sports, going to talk a little betting. Where's the money at tonight? What's happening with sharp money? You can check it out on OddsJam, by the way. And I got a link below in the description of this video. Let's see, what else we got going on here? Oh, all kinds of stuff. We've got a Monday night football game. Last Monday night football game of the year. And it ought to be a lot of fun. Got friends that are going to be at the game and what have you. So I'm excited. Mike's excited. Let's go. We'll first off, we'll kind of review what happened over the weekend. But before we go any further, let's not forget to like the show and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please, I would very much appreciate it. So would Mike. And let me get the comments going here. And wow, changed something up on me. Oh man, you're going to come out of the gate with that crap? Wow.
Well, the defense played great. I mean, they had 2 turnovers, got an interception, got the fumble on Drake May. The defense played good. They only gave up 16 points, 1 touchdown. Nothing bad to say about the defense. The offense shit the bed. The offensive line was terrible. Herbert was not good. I don't think you can fully blame him because the offensive line was horrendous. I mean, there was no time. It felt like every time a pass was completed, New England was all over it. They couldn't get anything going. Their secondary was playing really, really tight. They were swarming to the football. I mean, we expected the Chargers to lose this game. I don't think there's any shock with that. I mean, with that offensive line, I saw a stat. Every team that's had a quarterback that's been hit in as much as he has, they usually get knocked out. If they make the playoffs, they get bounced in the first round. You can't have an offensive line like that.
Okay.
Which is why we've argued on this show the offensive line's the most important aspect of a football team, because you have an elite quarterback in Justin Herbert, and it didn't matter. You lost because your offensive line couldn't block.
All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. Don't go to any comments yet. I'm going to follow up with this. Justin Herbert hangs on to the ball way too long, okay? He makes dumb decisions. There were several times he should have just moved his feet and gotten out of the pocket, even if it meant only getting 3 or 4 yards. Instead, he hangs in there and fumbles the friggin' ball 2 different times. He is so lucky that the score wasn't worse. He was, as much as I liked him when he came out his rookie season, I'm not sure he's going to be the guy to take the Chargers to where they need to go. And they got a bunch of money tied up in this guy, and he's not performing. How in the hell, when you got Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston, Gadsden, and Keenan Allen, can you not get the friggin' ball to him?
I mean, again, part of it is the offensive line is horrendous. They're horrible. They have one of the worst offensive lines in the entire NFL. Their 2 best offensive linemen, in Slater and Joe Alt, have been hurt. When Joe Alt plays, when Joe Alt starts a game and finishes a game, I think the Chargers have lost like maybe 1 game.
I got you, but that still, he had opportunities to run the football, and he should have. And his opponent showed that he wasn't afraid. Justin Herbert looked afraid out there of what was going to happen. Did not look like the guys in charge of the team. I'm sorry, he didn't. But let's get to our friend Lucas, who's so excited that his Bears came back and won that game. What a comeback. And Caleb Williams, say what you want about his stats, but when it boils right down to it, when you need a play, the kid makes a play.
Absolutely. Nothing to say negatively about Caleb Williams in his second year. And let's face it, Bob, Caleb Williams last year had a horrible offensive line too. That's part of the reason Caleb Williams did have some struggles last year. The Bears had a horrible offensive line last year. Not been the case this year. And Caleb Williams is, I mean, that throw that he made was unbelievable.
I know.
Unbelievable throw on the move, body, to be able to control his body when he's on the move in the air. I mean, that was a hell of a throw.
Oh, it was. But I got a question. How did Vegas rig the Bears game?
Who said that?
I'll give you one guess.
Oh, Tristan. I don't think that game was rigged. No,
I don't either. By the way, we're live on YouTube, live on Twitch, live on X. Follow on all of those. Subscribe on the YouTube channel. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. You guys made fun of me a couple of years ago, but I'm going to say it again. Brock Purdy throws that over the middle pass as well as anybody, leading his receivers. And you know what? A hell of a lot better quarterback than what you've given him credit for. He's a good quarterback.
Well, Tristan, if Vegas is rigging that, they rigged the Panthers back-to-back Stanley Cups. If you're going to get that in depth with it, then and these games are rigged, then your teams are getting benefited from the rigging as well. You can't say, oh no, they don't rig Panthers games. They don't rig games of my team. No, if it's being rigged that frequently, then your Panthers have benefited from, and the Dodgers have been benefited.
It's irrelevant, Mike. Do you not know that by now?
No, because it's his teams. That's why.
Exactly.
It's not rigged. If his teams win, it was not rigged. But if not, it was rigged. What's up, Brandon?
Can't disagree with that at all. I can't disagree with that at all. That's the kind of stuff that happens. Gosh, I don't understand why the comments aren't popping up here anymore. Looks like StreamYard changed something again. Nice. Let's see. Anyway, back to Brock Purdy.
I have a great argument, according to your logic.
Hell of a game by Brock Purdy. Okay. Played a good game, and
well, I mean, he had a couple interceptions,
and Shanahan.
Let me finish. The Niners are very lucky that the Eagles' offense was just horrible, because you did have the two interceptions and they couldn't do anything with it.
Okay. Just because you got an interception doesn't mean you're going to turn it into points. So you know what? You're right.
But when it turns into 3 and outs, like what the Eagles were doing constantly, then it becomes an issue.
I realize he had 2 interceptions, but he also had 2 TDs and was 18-31 for 262 yards. And you know what? He even had 20 fantasy points. A hell of a lot better than Jalen Hurts, 20-35 for 168 yards. Jalen Hurts didn't do crap. Talk about another guy. They're trying to turn him into a pocket passer. He is not a pocket passer. Yes, you should have. By the way, you made that comment several times.
Maybe so. It's easy to say that after the fact, but I mean, yeah, maybe it was worth a little bit of a sprinkle at least. No doubt about it.
Let the dad speak. Get out of here, Tristan. Do the Saints play this weekend? No, they don't. Okay. I can hear you there. I don't think that's
going to happen, Brandon. I don't think you're going to have to worry about that.
Steelers may be done after tonight. Who knows?
The problem with San Fran's going to be the injuries are going to catch up. You know, as great as they've played with all this, you got to give them a heck of a kudos for being in the second round with all the injuries they have. But unfortunately, I think it comes to an end for them probably this weekend.
If before we go any further, let's not forget the Bills and Jaguars game.
Oh, I got you, Steven. Yeah, we got the vertical stream and the other one.
Yes, there are two YouTube streams. Yes, exactly. There's a reason for that. YouTube handles vertical and horizontal streams, and this is a way this will actually wind up on YouTube Shorts in the vertical area. Let's see. Oh, Bills, Jaguars. That Jaguars defense is underrated. They're damn good. You know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, their defensive line is really good.
Josh Allen, baby, got the job done on the road.
Lucas, your team is a joke. Horizontal stream is better. Yeah, I know, but now we can have the horizontal stream and the vertical going at the same time. It'll pop up in YouTube.
Yeah,
Shorts.
and you guys just take your pick, whichever one you guys want to tune in on. So you got options either way there.
That's absolutely right, Lucas. Your team is playing this week.
They are playing this week. The Bears are still playing.
Bears won a playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, even if they lose this week to the Rams, I mean, it's not like, oh, they suck. I mean, nobody expected them to be where they're at, I don't think. So it's a win for the Bears. This has been a very successful season for them.
By the
playoff experience, Caleb Williams has got his first playoff win in his second season now.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And a comeback win, that goes a long ways for a young quarterback, man. So right on time for him. So
wanting to get rid of the tush push. Here's the deal. If you watched the Ole Miss and Miami game, there was a play where Miami and their crowd of players, a running play where he got an extra 15 yards from them pushing him down the field. I think they should get rid of being able to help a guy. That was never a rule. It was actually, you got a penalty for that years ago. I think it's bullshit. And yes, Loveland is a very good player, but
that's a horrible take to say he's the only worthy player on that team. Wow. Tell me you don't watch football without telling me, Tristan. My goodness. I mean, that is your take. He's the only worthy player on that team.
Please don't come here tomorrow with the same takes.
Please, yes, these takes are horrendous.
You're killing us, bro.
Yeah, you're killing us, man. Killing us, making our brain hurt with these takes.
I'm gonna lose subscribers if you keep this up. All right, I gotta show you one play here. Nothing in the NFL. We'll hang on to the comments. Get back to them here in a bit. All right. Once again, we have one of these plays, Mike, that you can't ignore. There's 28,793 on the Lakers. The play is the Kings money line. You've got to sprinkle on that, and you got to play the spread.
Yeah, you have to. You do. You have to. You have no choice but to. Yeah. The way these sharp money plays have been going.
Now it's up to 30 grand, and now it is gone.
Yeah.
So that tells you something, man. Yeah, it is completely gone. We caught that once again. I want to point this out, folks. Last minute betting is the place to go for sharp money plays because our record is outstanding.
Yeah.
We've only got like 8 losses. we won like 30 times off of this show.
Brandon, I think the reason they want to get rid of it is because they think it's an unfair advantage for the defense, and I think that
it's a joke.
It's a play that it's not unstoppable, but I mean, when you got guys pushing the pile, it's not really. That's more like rugby than it is football, I think.
All right, let me with this play. Let me finish the strategy here, folks. Sprinkle on the money line, then let's take the points and the dog. All right, that's how we're playing this game. All right, so let's go to BetMGM, and we've put a full unit on the spread.
Yeah.
All right, that's how we play these sharp money plays. You gotta remember that. Some of you out there are just hammering them left and right, and then saying, "Man, I'm losing." Well, you don't play every play. Just because it's on the board, you need to exceed that pinnacle limit. Number one. Number two, if you're doing main and alternate markets, need 10 grand worth of liquidity or better. There's no doubt in my mind. Now, player props, a little bit different story, and we'll look at a few. But I'm going to show you an example, Mike, from earlier today. The Sharps were on your boy Westbrook to have a triple-double. I mean, this is not the Westbrook from 6, 7, or 8 years ago. This is the modern-day Russell Westbrook. He ain't getting no triple-double tonight.
Well, that's now you're. His last game he went 15, 6, and 10, so it's not like it's far-fetched to think he can't still get. And he has had a triple-double this year. Matter of fact, I think he's had a couple or a few this year, and revenge with the Lakers, his former team. You could maybe see him even extra motivated. A triple-double's not out of the realm of possibility at all for him, even at this point in his career, if the minutes are there. No, I disagree. I'm not saying it's a play that I'm crazy about, but it's probably worth a sprinkle if that's where the liquidity's at. Sure. I mean, small sprinkle.
So here's where you're going to go. Then here's where you're going to go. I want to hear what you say about each one of these plays. Play number one, Siakam under 0.5 steals. Do you like it?
I don't hate it. We definitely got some high liquidity there. I don't know that I'm super crazy about that one though.
Just I'm gonna tell you.
It's literally one steal, and again, Siakam more of a scorer, rebounder, blocked shot could be potential, but you just never know.
I don't have a play for that. I don't have a book to place that bet.
Okay.
So you don't either. Player made threes. Anthony Simmons under 2.5, almost $7,000 worth of liquidity. You like?
Yeah, maybe. Check out the Delaware play on Hard Rock, Bob. I haven't seen that play yet.
I haven't seen it either. All right. Let me go to the next one. Andrew Nemhard, under 7.5 assists. That, I think, is a pretty good one.
Yeah. Yeah, go with it.
All right. Let me see what else is here.
Now, Tristan, I don't see that play for some reason, man. I don't know why.
It probably, some of these people have custom filters there, or their custom date range. He
sent it to me. So the play is, it's got the pinnacle limits $250. There's about 1,600 in liquidity. It's a total more than likely an alt line, possibly. I'm not opposed to it. Not opposed to that play. It doesn't look too bad. It's not crazy, but, and again, that's probably an alternate line would be my guess on that play. It's probably not the main line on it. So if it was a mainline play, I would want to see more liquidity on it than that. But being an alt line, that's probably worth taking through a unit on it. Yeah, I think it's still a good play. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's an alt line, and there's definitely you're more than doubling the pinnacle limit on it, so it's not a bad play. No.
In the
Definitely.
Delaware play on Hard Rock, if it popped up, you got to remember you do have to, when you're using sharp money, you do have to select all books. Okay.
If you scroll down more, Bob, there's 1.6K in liquidity, and if you have yours filtered like I do, I have the higher liquidity plays showing up at the top. So you're going to have to scroll way down to find that play. You will, and I will.
Mine just goes by highest liquidity to low.
That's what mine is, but there's only 1.6. There's 1.6K on that play he's talking about, and you're going to have to scroll down a ways to get to that. But I'm scrolling. I don't see it. It's already gone.
I got to be honest with you. I like this incarnate word better. I think this is a better play. Here it is right here. Take a look at the 5,016 on Stephen F. Austin minus 9.5 play, incarnate word plus 9.5 with a 500 pinnacle limit. That's 10 times the pinnacle limit, and it's over $5,000. That would be something that I would definitely put a sprinkle on. Yes.
Oh, I'd probably, I mean, that's probably a full unit play, even, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right. We'll do it.
Yeah, I see that now, Tristan. Yeah. No, it's not a bad play. I'd roll with it. No, that's a good play. I mean, again, I like to see a lot of liquidity on it, you know. I want to see, 5K and above on a lot of these. I mean, if it's a main line, like he said, we're probably looking at 10K or above. But on an alternate line, I don't think it's it's not the same as a main line. So, of course, you're not going to have as much liquidity on some of those. Yeah, no, probably worth taking, Tristan.
Now let's take a look at something else, Mike. Let's go to the screen. I got to show you this before we talk about this game tonight. But if you're using Polymarket has 368,700 on the Steelers to win on the money line. And obviously the play there is the Texans, and there's 132,000 on the other side. But when you go to the spread, there are people that are riding with the Steelers. And by the way, +3 was where it was at all day. It's dropped a half a point. So, I mean, there could be something to that.
What did that open at? Didn't that open at 3.5 though?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
So,
but it's been
you're at
down.
a full point. Yeah, now you're at a full point difference there. So if you're on Pittsburgh, you're certainly losing a full point with what it opened at. So
as far as the total in this game, 38 and a half. I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm really not sure.
No feel on the total. Yeah, I'll stay away from the total for sure. I
do like Pittsburgh in the points. I mean, they're at home. TJ Watt, if he gets going, man, he can mess up CJ Stroud. And by the way,
we saw Jacksonville with their big winning streak that came to an end. So
that's right. CJ Stroud has not won a game below 35 degrees.
Correct.
So I don't know if that enters in or not. Weather's got to enter in somehow there. Who you like tonight? I think the Texans will still win, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the Steelers pull it off, man.
Yeah, I mean, I initially came into this leaning towards Pittsburgh just because I felt like, nobody thought they should be here. They kind of backed their way into the playoffs, and sometimes those are the most dangerous teams entering the playoffs. And with Houston having their giant win streak, you worry, that's probably coming to an end in these playoffs, I think. I mean, I think if Houston wins tonight, I think they lose their next game against New England.
The experts talking here, Mike.
It's baked in the market already.
Okay.
Baked. I don't know what you mean.
He's saying that when they put it in the oven, it was already in the ingredients.
Well, I mean, they factored in everything when they set the line, yes, but I mean, that kind of stuff is already factored in. Sure. How heavily they factored it in, we don't know. And how important that is, we don't know.
By the way, folks, can you please like this show? I mean, if you guys are going to comment while you're there, why don't you, click a like? It would help us.
Weather is overrated. That is absolutely not true. That's the first thing Tristan said that made sense. Yeah, it's already factored into the line, but again, we don't know how heavily they factored it in. And no, I disagree. Weather is overrated. No, it absolutely is not. That is definitely not true. Aaron Rodgers has a lot of experience in colder weather. CJ Stroud struggles in colder weather. That Matthew Stafford has struggled in colder weather this season. That's very, very not true. I don't think weather's the end all be all, but to say it's meaningless, I don't know how you can say that if you've watched playoff football over the last however many years. Weather is a huge factor. Huge factor. How much of a factor it'll be tonight, I don't know. But it's certainly noteworthy that Aaron Rodgers is pretty good in cold weather and has done it his whole career in Green Bay. And CJ Stroud has struggled. So Mike, definitely noteworthy.
Will you quit stating the obvious?
Well, then again, weather plays a factor here. CJ Stroud plays in Houston.
Right. Yeah. 100%. Yes. Aaron Rodgers has a shot. This is his kind of game. Oh, and you know what? What kind of shape is TJ Watt in? That's a key to me.
Yeah, and I'll take Rodgers' season over Stroud's this year. To be honest with you, over not over, but a little less than 300 more passing yards. He's got 5 more touchdowns and 1 less interception. I think I'll take Rodgers' season this year over Stroud's. I think he's had a better year than Stroud. And don't forget, I mean, they've had some issues, with inconsistency. So I think Rodgers has done a really good job this year.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I just want to point out one other thing here very quickly.
Yeah, no, I know that, Brandon. Absolutely. That's speaking of stating the obvious, that's stating the obvious there, Tristan.
Well, I'm just going to tell you. If TJ Watt, and it looks like he's coming back, I mean, he played last week, but I mean, it looks like the injury, he's going to be able to play and is even going to be better. If they get a pass rush on Stroud, it's game over. Pittsburgh's going to win.
Yeah, and Houston has had issues established, and both of these teams, for that matter, have had issues establishing a consistent run game.
Right.
So both of these teams have had that issue. I think if Pittsburgh can get a pass rush, same goes for Houston. If Houston gets a pass rush going as well, it's going to be tough on Pittsburgh, because we know this Houston defense is arguably arguably the best defense in the NFL.
Right. Now, Mike, I want to point out something to you. When you don't do the show with me, Brandon always says, "Where's Mike?" And then I don't hear from him anymore. So I think he likes talking to you better than me.
Well, I don't blame him, Bob.
So show up, okay? He misses you. And by the way, you know what? I think the under could hit tonight. I think it could be, although it looks like every game's been going over except for that Chargers game. The only team that couldn't score a touchdown in the first round of the playoffs is the friggin' Chargers.
Hey, at least you don't see me making excuses. I can call a spade a spade. Their defense was great last night. I mean, their defense did everything they could to try to keep them in the game. But no, the offense was horrible, and it was no adjustments made at halftime. That's terrible. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. I can call it like it is. I won't. Oh, it was rigged. I could pull that card. We know Tristan pulls that card every time. So,
okay. So I think the plan was for Hampton to play last night. You got an ankle injury, okay? But I think he played the first couple of snaps and left because his ankle acted up.
Yeah.
Chargers are frauds exposed on national television, not in national television.
In national television.
I got exposed on national television. Gosh, Tristan.
No, I think what happened was it was what everybody expected. Their offensive line is horrendous and banged up, and they weren't going to beat anybody. A playoff team wise, it's too bad they couldn't play the Saints. Been a different story then.
Tristan, you should have been sitting there watching the game with Mike last night. I'd never seen him so quiet for so long. I mean, it looked a couple times like he was about to cry. But anyway.
Oh, I wasn't that worried about it. I knew what was going to be happening. I thought the two turnovers were going to really bode well for him because, I mean, that could have been momentum changers, big time. They did nothing with it offensively, The
10-yard line, I mean, getting the ball on the 10-yard line and not be able to punch it in is pretty friggin' bad.
Yeah, 2 different times, can't have that.
How about dialing up a quarterback run? Whatever, quarterback draw, go back like you're going to pass and then run.
His broken hand factors into that, Bob. You can't have him running like crazy. He's got a broken hand. You have to consider that as well.
Next time they're in the playoffs, Mike's hoping that's next year. You mean next?
They've been in the. Hold on a minute. They've been in the playoffs 2 years in a row now. When was the last time the Saints even sniffed the playoffs? And they play in a garbage division. They play in a horrible division. They can't even sniff the playoffs.
Let me know when the best quarterback in the world, according to Tristan.
Well, according to him, yeah.
We'll hear more about that.
You
tomorrow,
let me know you let me know when the Saints are even sniffing the playoffs, and we'll talk.
By the way, Tristan, this is my take on the hockey season right now. St. Louis just needs to tank it, start trading some people, get the number 1 pick. That's what the Blues are going to do. Herbert's 0-3, and yes, Justin Herbert has not been great in the playoffs.
Not been good in the playoffs. No, he hasn't. Been good in the playoffs.
Gigantic disappointment. He can go make as many commercials as he wants. So that makes up for his play in the playoffs. Thank you. Yes, I got him yesterday. I had all 4, baby.
Tristan, do you know how many quarterbacks lose. When you make the playoffs consistently, you're bound to lose games. I mean, I know you're not familiar with playoffs. Being a Saints fan, you're not sure how they work. But a lot of quarterbacks lose playoff games. I don't know if you knew that only one team can win the Super Bowl. But, yeah, you lose playoff games sometimes.
And they have to play in different conferences.
Yeah, I know this is all foreign to you with this playoff football stuff. But,
all right, let's get
a lot of quarterbacks lost this weekend.
Bye, Tristan. See you tomorrow night.